Can you use a heavily modified show car as a daily dad car? Should you use a performance car putting out this much horsepower with your children on board? And how much does it cost to make something as unique as this? I think you'll be surprised to hear. My name's Ben and welcome to Dadcars. Whoa, the sound of it! Now, the Audi S7 in its standard form is a pretty cool dad car. It's got a 4-litre bi-turbo V8, producing around 420 brake horsepower, and although it weighs over 2 tonnes, 0 to 60 in around 4.6 seconds, the same as my Aston Martin, likely thanks to its 4-wheel drive. But this car today has undergone an extensive list of modifications: an RS7 Liberty Walk Kit, custom fully forged wheels, custom 3-inch downpipes, 3-inch system with X-pipe, 6-inch air intake, air ride control module by Dropbox, an Audi R8 full carbon LED steering wheel, a full interior light upgrade, full carbon fibre bonnet, and it's been wrapped by Prolix UK in this crazy khaki green. It's had a stage 2 remap, which means the horsepower is up from around 420 to 600 brake horsepower, and torque has nearly doubled to 1,000 Newton meters. All of this has wiped a full second off the 0 to 60 time to about 3.6 seconds. And I know what you're thinking, all of this doesn't sound cheap. And just wait until I take it out for a drive and I'll tell you how much this owner has spent on it. But first, this is Dadcars. Let's check rear practicality. Right, so getting in the back of an S7. What is it like? Well, it's very good size, as I was expecting, but this is a surprise. It's only a 4-seater. There's no middle seat. Now I'm almost certain that you could still get like a 3 or 4 across multimac that bridges straight across here, because it's almost flat, couldn't you, I reckon? Look, it's got little sweetie wrapper bins.
Yeah.
Yeah, special little bins that Audi made just for sweetie wrappers to go in. Oh. So I'm expecting 2 child seats to fit in here very easily, so let's just very quickly have a look at that. Getting child seats in, super easy. You could get pretty much anything back here, I think. So isofix base booster seat there, and an isofix base rear facing baby seat on the other side. But yeah, look, the shocker is you can't get anything in the middle. How would you look at that? This is one of the biggest boots we've featured on the Dadcars channel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely
My hair's done
massive.
this.
And the seats fold down as well.
Yeah.
You could use this as a van pretty much. Incredible. Right, let's take this absolute beast out for a drive then. Are you ready, sweetie?
Yeah.
So what's it like sitting in an S7? Well, it does feel very special in here, and I think that is in large part thanks to this incredible, crazy R8 steering wheel. Look at that. It's absolutely mental, and it does feel very special and suits the kind of crazy nature of this car, doesn't it? And straight away you can tell you're not in your standard S7 here. Oh, just the rumbling, the vibrations of this car. Oh, it feels absolutely alive, doesn't it? What do you think of it, Pumpkin?
Good.
Do you think it's loud?
Yeah.
Does it feel like a monster going rah? It does, doesn't it? Crumbs, it is. It is loud. God, it feels like a tornado.
Tornado.
Feels like a tornado just ripping through the roads, doesn't it? Christ. I never modify cars, ever. If I'm looking to buy a car and I see it's even got a non-standard set of wheels on it, I click off the advert. I just like to keep things standard. I guess in part that is because I always try to buy the car, which is the most car I can get for the money. Whereas obviously, if you buy a car and you're into modding, you quite often spend the same amount again on the car, don't you? And I will get onto how much this car costs to modify and get it how it is today, because I think it's an amount that you'll be surprised to hear. I certainly was. Woo! God, you just hear it barking. Just hear it bellowing as you're going around. It's got a lot of presence, this thing, hasn't it? So running costs then on this, I mean, even with all the modifications that this has got, and the fact it's pushing it out 600 brake horsepower, the owner confirms to me that it's still possible to get on a motorway run sort of 34 miles per gallon. But around town, you're looking at sort of, wow, look, it says on here at the moment, 8.6 miles per gallon. Insurance is going to be a hell of a lot higher, because a car that's had this much money spent on it, you need all of that declared, don't you? Because if you were to crash it, Christ. So insurance is about £1,200 a year, I believe. Road tax is £360, which seems crazy for a fire-breathing monster like this. And this car's owner services it every 3,000 miles at a cost of about £100. So yeah, not too crazy. Right, we're coming out to national speed limit. It's very wet and greasy out there, but let's give it a little pull, shall we? Whoa! Oh, Christ! Oh, this is so funny, because the owner of this car said to me, when we were doing the drive-bys earlier, I said to him, it's so loud, and he said, oh, it's funny, I don't notice that on the inside. It's really loud on the inside. It's one of the loudest cars I've ever driven. This is incredible. And what do you think, sweetie? Do you think it's a bit too loud, or? A little bit too loud. It's good fun though, right? So the question is, can you use a heavily modified, a show car? This is really show quality car. Can you use it as your primary dad car? Can you use it as your daily? Well, this car is physical evidence that yes, you can. Shay, the owner of this car, is a dad, and he uses this every day. This is his only vehicle. So he uses it to go to car shows, but he also uses it to drop his children off at school, go and do the weekly food shop, and all the rest of it. This is his daily. Just incredible. I do really believe that a car is an extension of the person who drives it. You can tell a hell of a lot about somebody by which car they drive, particularly if they're a car enthusiast, I feel. And having met this car's owner today, Shane, having a good chat with him, this car is so him. I couldn't imagine him driving anything else. Right, we're going to go a little bit fast again, okay? You ready? You ready? Oh, God. Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little bit terrified because it's a very miserable, wet, salty, slushy January day. Oh, Christ almighty. I was not expecting to enjoy this at all. I was expecting to come along today, see it with all the bells and whistles on and be like, oh no, look, you've taken a car which standard is a nice thing and you kind of wrecked it, but I don't think I can say that, particularly after meeting this car's owner, Shay, you know, really nice guy. And this car is a proper extension of his personality. It really, really is. Look, the other question is as well, is it safe to use a really heavily modified performance car like this? It's putting out 600 brake horsepower. Is that a safe thing to use as a dad car with your children in the back? And well, look, I think it all comes down to the driver, doesn't it? I mean, I'm driving it today very sensibly, only accelerating in a straight line, but it's got four-wheel drive, hasn't it? But look, if you're a car enthusiast, you like your performance cars, you'll know, and you'll agree with me, the way that I drive and my mentality when I've got children on board is completely different to when I'm on my own, the conditions are perfect on a Sunday morning, and I'm having a bit of a spirited drive on some country lanes. It's completely different. So although this thing screams like crazy performance car, and then putting your children in it, people might be going, oh dearie me, how could you do that? But look, you're going to drive it around safely. Like I say, you've got four-wheel drive. And this is a car that you don't need to drive fast to sort of feel like it's exciting and it's an event. You know, it kind of reminds me like the Maserati. You know, the noise and the rumble that the Maserati makes. I mean, this takes it up another notch, obviously because of the way it's been modified, but yeah, it's a similar sort of thing. Right, look, we're coming up to national speed limit again, so let's give it another pull, shall we? Nice, safe pull. Whoa, the sound of it! Oh, this is absolutely ludicrous. Doesn't feel like you should be able to have this on the road. But then it's an S7. This is an S7. This is a luxury vehicle for a nice gentleman. Oh, what Shay's done to it, it's crazy. So how much did this car's owner spend on getting it to the point it is today? How he is very happy with it? Well, the car cost him about £25,000, I think, and it's a similar amount that's how much you can spend on an S7 now. And then the modifications, all that he's done to this car has cost him, to get it how it is today, £50,000. Double the price of the initial car. I mean, when I heard that, I thought it was absolutely crazy. So how could it cost that much? But Shay tells me that a lot of that is because he's done something, not been happy with it, and then changed it, not been happy with it, and then changed it again. He reckons if he was to buy like a blank canvas S7 today, he could probably do what he's done to it now for about 20. So yeah, but £50,000. And I mean, I'm straight away thinking 50,000 plus 25 for the S7, that's £75,000. I mean, that's knocking on the door of getting a Ferrari FF. God, you're crazy to do this, aren't you? Or, like I said to Shay, I said, you could buy yourself a brand spanking new Audi S7 for like the money that you spent on this car. But I suspect he wouldn't be happy driving around in a standard S7. That's just not him. That's just not his personality. And anyone who is into heavily modifying their cars will understand you're never going to be a normie like me driving around in a stock Aston Martin regardless. So look, you know, cars like this, they are an extension of the person. It's a creative vision of the person who owns them. So, and my shrewd head with money thinks it's absolutely ludicrous that it's spent this much on it. I mean, look, it's at the end of the day, if you want something that's truly bespoke, there's no other car like this in the world, is there? I can see the reaction it's getting from people, and it's bringing joy to everyone that passes. Well, there'll probably be a lot of people that it's not bringing joy to as well, just because of the noise it makes. But God, yeah, what an incredible thing. So look, in summary then, for this monster S7, it's cost a ludicrous amount of money to make, but it's kind of a bit wonderful as well, isn't it? The ultimate expression of the owner of this car that can be and is used as a daily dad car. So in its own way, this is one of the craziest dad cars I've ever featured. And look, thank you all so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. We've got so much cool stuff coming up this year. Please comment below, share this video if you think people will find it interesting. Anyone out there who likes modifying their cars and gonna have a kid soon, share this video with them and show them, look, children doesn't mean you have to stop having crazy modified cars. If that's all you want, you can still do it. And look, I will see you all on the next one. Say goodbye. Bye.